Good day everyone. I'm going to discuss the continuation of keys to success and reasons IT projects fail. The vast majority of reasons IT projects fail is poor data migration. For example, papalitan ni company yung system ng bago. So, syempre, itatransfer yung data or imamigrate sa new system. And bago mag-transfer ng data, syempre need muna ilinisin yung mga unnecessary or mga di kailangan data. Pero kasi ang nangyayari, kaya nagkakaroon ng failure sa IT project is ikakopy yung information without removing poor data. Minsan, yung nakakopy na lang na data is yung di kailangan or bago na yung data na nasa new system. Or mas worst is walang makopy na data. Ending nagugulo yung system and nagkakaroon ng failures. Next is poor or insufficient testing. One of the effective para ma-determine if yung system ba natin is na-achieve yung objective is testing. And it can be defined by specific type of attributes or performance being examined. For example, ng testing is graphical user interface, GUI testing. Dito tinitest neto yung functionality ng buttons or user interface or yung mga graphical icons na ginagamit ni user to interact with electronic devices, kung responsive ba siya, ganun. Another example is usability testing. Focuses sa pag-test ng product if namimit ba yung purpose ng product na yun or hindi. Next is performance testing. After ma-test if yung system ba is gumagana or kung stable ba to, dito naman sa performance testing, from the word itself, dito tinitest how system performs. Next is compatibility testing. Focuses in testing if yung system is compatible within the computing environment. If capable ba yung software in running on different hardware operation system. Ayun. Next example is security testing. Sa security testing, chine-check if yung data and resources is protected from possible fraud. Next is penetration testing. Dito sa penetration testing, tinitest yung isang computer system or network application if there is a possibility na yung security ng isang company is may weaknesses pa. Kasi pwedeng mag-result sa malicious attack. Another example ng testing is availability testing. From the word itself, availability testing, tinitest dito yung mga information or data na kinakailangan natin is always available. Next is regression testing. Dito tinitest or bini-verify if yung previous software na in-update is continuously perform after i-develop. Ayun. Next example is non-repudiation testing. Usually, yung non-repudiation testing applies sa formal contract or transferring of data. Sa non-reputational testing, minimake sure na yung individual or organization na committed sa contract na yun or yung document transferred cannot be denied. Pwedeng dahil sa authenticity ng signature, ganon. So, etong mga example na to ng testing, if poor or insufficient testing yung mangyayari, magkakaroon ng IT project failure. Ayun. Next, Another vast majority of reasons IT projects fail is scope creep. Sa scope creep, ang nangyayari dito, nagkakaroon ng failure of identifying what project objective should achieve dahil nagkakaroon ng continuous changes and uncontrolled growth in a project scope and nagre-result sa risk in a project. Next is lack of user involvement. Dito naman, failure of incorporated with the user may lead the company project be fatal. Ayun. Kapag si user is hindi hindi siya involved, wala siyang participation ganun, nagkakaroon ng certain risk doon sa project kasi pwedeng mag-result yun sa dissatisfaction. Ayun. Next is poorly defined, unclear, or no requirements. If user is involved in a project, yung project team dapat i-make sure na lahat ng data na need malaman ni user is properly defined, documented, and shared. Kung hindi, magkakaroon ng confusion and magre-result sa failing project. So, dapat lahat ng data is documented, clarified, and recommunicated sa users. Ayun. Next is long time schedules. Kapag long deadlines, ibig sabihin there is so much activity or multiple tasks na gagawin. Kaya matagal, minsan, ang nangyayari sa sobrang dami ng ibang task, di na nagagawa, nagkakaroon na ng procrastination na nagre-result sa bigger risk and may lead to the project fail. Next is stakeholders conflicts. Nagkakaroon ng conflicts if si stakeholders is mayroong different priorities. Siyempre, different stakeholders, different objectives. If isa lang yung present sa mga stakeholders, siyempre yung expectation ng iba is different sa expectation ng isang stakeholder. Then, iba din yung sa project manager and sponsor. Dahil hindi nagkakaroon ng involvement si stakeholders, iba yung expectation niya dun sa mga project manager and other stakeholders, nagre-result sa dissatisfaction. And dahil nga dissatisfied sila or hindi na satisfied, nagkakaroon na lang ng withdrawal. Next is poor cost and schedule estimation. Dahil sa poor planning in estimating cost, hindi nasusunod yung budget. And ang nangyayari, nagkakaroon ng depletion. Ganon din sa estimate schedule. Pwedeng magkaroon ng unattainable deadlines dahil nga hindi na plan ng maayos. Next is communication breakdowns. Siyempre, communication is one of the key to make the objectives possible. And yung communication may help in performing basic activities. And lahat ng info na nag-gather should communicate and explain all of the important information sa mga stakeholders, project manager, and team to achieve its objective. Next is poor failure warning signals. Dito naman, it is important na yung project is napupunta sa right path. And syempre, para ma-achieve to, need i-monitor. And kapag nagkaroon ng failure in warning signal, nagkakaroon ng disarrangement sa mga dapat gawin and magre-result sa difficulty in recovering. Next is lack of top management commitment. One of the role ng top management is to help that the project is running smoothly. In order for it to be successful, yung help ng top management will ensure na magkakaroon ng proper coordination among the various functions. So without top management, the project will lead to the wrong path. Another vast majority of reasons IT fail is unrealistic expectation. Nagkakaroon ng failure sa project or sa mismong objectives kasi yung mga specific objectives is unrealistic. Bali yung ending nagiging demotivated yung mga involved and pwedeng mag-result sa fraud kasi nga unrealistic yung mga set of expectation. Nagkakaroon sila ng chance na mag nagkakaroon sila ng chance na magnakaw ganun. Next is inadequate training. It is important that the user are trained kasi 'di ba if yung system nga maayos tas yung mga users hindi well trained, then ang mangyayari limited lang yung paggamit ng system and pwede din mag-result sa errors because of inappropriate data in the system and nagkakaroon ng technical problems kapag mali yung mga input na nalagay. Ayun. Next is failure to implement a PMO or Project Management Office. Makakatulong sa pag-improve ng project and mataas yung success rate because of support and guidance to achieve company's objective because of PMO. Failure to implement PMO, there's a possibility na magkaroon ng misaligned sa company strategy na magre-result sa unclear objective. Last is employee turnover. Employee turnover is hard to prevent kasi each employee has a reason bakit sila umaalis sa isang company. So, syempre, nagkakaroon ng lack of continuity sa planned and funded projects. Kasi nga, nababakantehan yung certain position. And mas okay kung yung management should have healthy practices para yung bagong employee is mas mabilis maka-adapt and mas mapadali yung pag-a-adjust sa project so the project can run smoothly. So ayun lang po, thank you.